Have you ever considered that your ordinary bus ride home could turn into a chilling tale of the unknown? Picture this: an average late-night bus ride, the last journey for the evening. A lone bus threads its way through the streets, deserted as though the world has retired for the night. The only sounds punctuating the silence are the occasional mutterings of the bus engine and the distant echo of a city settling into slumber. On board this solitary vehicle, our protagonist, a regular commuter, finds himself the only passenger. The usual chitter-chatter of fellow commuters, the rustle of newspapers, the shared sighs of tired souls returning home after a long day, all are absent, replaced by an unsettling quiet. The ordinary has been replaced by an uncanny solitude, an eerie calm before the storm. But that night, the ordinary was about to become extraordinarily terrifying. As the bus meandered through the ghostly streets, an unsettling chill shot through our protagonist. A cold shiver ran down their spine, an icy whisper of unease brushing against their awareness. The air hung heavy with a silent dread, a tangible sense of discomfort that seemed to seep from the very fabric of the bus itself. A sudden flicker of the bus lights punctuated the eerie stillness. The protagonist felt a strange pull, a magnetic force tugging at their attention. Their eyes scanned the empty rows of seats, the deserted aisles, but found no one. The bus was as empty as the streets it traversed. Yet, the feeling persisted, the sensation of being watched, of 1,000 unseen eyes boring into them. An inexplicable drop in temperature seemed to reinforce this uncanny feeling. The bus, once a refuge from the desolate streets, had now become a vessel of the unknown. Little did our protagonist know they weren't as alone as they thought. Suddenly the bus jerked to a stop, and our protagonist's heart pounded in their chest. The abrupt halt seemed to echo in the hollow silence of the night, intensifying the eerie atmosphere that hung in the bus. The street outside was shrouded in an inky blackness, offering no clue as to why they had stopped. With a sense of foreboding, our protagonist glanced at the driver's seat, expecting to see the familiar face of the bus driver. Instead, they were met with an unsettling sight. The driver's seat was vacant, and the door to the bus remained eerily shut. A chill ran down their spine, the unsettling reality of the situation sinking in. They were alone in the bus, yet it had stopped on its own. The silence was then broken by whispers, soft and unintelligible, like the rustling of leaves on a windy night. They seemed to be coming from nowhere, yet everywhere at once, echoing around the bus. Our protagonist felt a cold, unseen hand brush against theirs, causing them to jump in their seat. Their breath hitched in their throat, their heart pounding like a drum against their ribs. Summoning their courage, they turned to scan the bus, hoping to find the source of the whispers. Their eyes were drawn to the rearview mirror, where they caught a glimpse of a shadowy figure. Yet, when they whirled around, the bus was as empty as before, the figure nowhere to be seen. The whispers grew louder, the unseen touch colder, and the shadowy figure more elusive with each passing second. The mounting terror was like a vice around their chest, squeezing tighter with each passing moment. The hairs on the back of their necks stood up, their skin prickling with an unearthly chill. Their mind raced, grappling with the terrifying unknown, and as fear seized them, they were left to wonder who or what had joined them on the last bus home. With every tick of the clock, the bus ride seemed to stretch into eternity. Our protagonist, once a mere passenger, now found himself a prisoner in this mobile cell of terror. His heartbeat echoed in his ears, a staccato rhythm matching the ceaseless drone of the engine driving him further into unknown territories. The cityscape outside morphed into an unending labyrinth of unfamiliar streets, each turn spiraling him deeper into the abyss of this nightmare. A chilling realization dawned on him. He was not alone. The unseen entity, the spectral passenger, was his unwelcome companion on this journey. A journey that had no destination, no end in sight. His mind teetered on the brink of despair, his heartbeat a frantic tattoo against the eerie silence. Fear gripped him, cold and unyielding, as he stared into the face of the endless unknown. As the bus disappeared into the night, one question remained. Would our protagonist ever escape this nightmarish ride?